Hey guys, Dave here from Nerdgeist. You know the channel, hopefully. If not, thanks for popping by. This currently is the weekend wrap-up. We're maybe going to rename that, or weekly wrap-up. We'll work on it. Anyway, I'm going to talk about all the things I love from last week and things I'm going to be loving from the upcoming week. So let's just sit down and talk about what's come out new. First up, comic books. I am a bit of a comic nerd. I'm actually a bit of a nerd. You can see behind me all the crap we have. Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, Overwatch, Warcraft, DC, Marvel. And we're going to talk about now. Power Rangers. Yes, just bear with me. I know. A lot of people will be rolling their eyes at this and going, why the fuck are you talking about Power Rangers? That shit was over a long time ago. First off, the last film, that would have been a damn good just teenage drama if it didn't have all the Power Ranger stuff and Krispy Kreme. But if you're a fan of classic Power Rangers and you've kind of grown out of it, because you can, definitely check out Boom Studios series. They're on issue 21 now, but where it started originally, picture like Batman Year 1, but Power Rangers, so it was like Green Ranger Year 1. It started off shortly after he joined the team, and he's kind of suffering with PTSD from, being mind controlled by an evil space witch. That was a weird sentence. Only in science fiction. Thanks, Japan. What happens there is it just goes on from there, and him coming to grips with what he'd done, and part 2, he just blows things away, and I was sucked into it, so, well, I was going to say hard there, but, there's really pervy connotations. Get past that. Other great book they brought, and by the way, Boom isn't just Boom, it's Kaboom, Boombox, and so many other ones. You really need to check out their website. It's just a fantastic selection. Links below. Yes, this week they have The Power of the Dark Crystal, based on the Jim Henson film. If you haven't seen it, your childhood's ruined. It is up there with Labyrinth. Okay, it's not for everyone, but definitely worth a check. Jim Henson was a genius well before his time. I still remember hearing that he wanted once to invent an inflatable bar. I was telling my friends about this yesterday. Brilliant guy. Dark Crystal is definitely worth checking out, especially if you're a fan of the original series. Even if you're not, I think this is one you can get into. Okay, guys, so on to gaming news. No. Gaming news, guys. Right, a lot of good things. EA have backed down from the microtransactions for now. Which is fantastic. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is a game I planned to originally spend my weekend playing. Between that and watching Punisher, which we'll get to later, and maybe seeing Justice League, which we'll get to later, I was thinking of, playing Battlefront 2. I didn't buy it in the end because, one, I ended up having to spend a lot of money on tickets for a concert I'm not even going to. Thanks, Mom. And secondly, the microtransactions, it really bothered me. You're buying a AAA title, and they're expecting you, well, it's an optional thing, but if you want to be better, you're going to have to spend a lot of money on stuff that maybe it's not going to last. Maybe you aren't going to be playing Battlefront in 6 months' time. I'm kind of against that. Now, I'm a big fan of Overwatch, which is doing a free weekend, and I think more was launched. I need to check that out. And it has microtransactions as well, but for nothing that changes the gameplay. You get sprays, new outfits for your characters, and a little bit else, but nothing that's going to make the game easier or harder for other people. But EA are expecting us to do that for their game. No, this is a AAA title. We've spent a lot of money on this game. That's not fair. Yes, maybe if they had new skins for the characters, or maybe different weapon designs, people are still going to spend money on that. And maybe like special one-off characters, the rare occasion, you could maybe put that out as a thing you can buy. But not people that will generally make the game easier, and that is bullshit that they're expecting us to do that. So temporarily they've removed it, probably because Disney have, I find this just a wee breaker. Disney are probably a little bit annoyed, because if you think about this weekend, Justice League was coming out, and a lot of people are going to see that in cinema. A lot of people complained about it, but we'll talk about it later again. You think about Disney just happened to bring out Punisher on Friday, the full launch and the full launch of the new Star Wars game as well. That was going to be drawing people away from going to cinema to see Justice League. without having Disney having to risk one of their film franchises, they're able to use these things here. Now, maybe it worked, maybe it didn't work. All I know is now, if it was going to work, it was not going to be half as effective if a lot of people were boycotting the game. So this is a big fuck up by EA, and I'm hoping that they keep the microcharges off it. Currently, if the microcharges stay off it permanently, I'll get the game. If not, I'm going to wait till it drops in price, get it, and just play the one player, because that's what I was interested in. I know it's a short campaign, but that kind of suits me, because I don't have much time for gaming these days. I spend too much time playing Overwatch as it is, and even that, I don't get to play half as much as I want to. Okay, the final things I want to talk about are things I love on YouTube right now. You had the Black Panther trailer this week, which was awesome. The international trailer, which helps tie it in with all the other Marvel stuff. The reason why I'm liking these last films with Black Panther and Spider-Man, I realized recently while talking to friends, they're not origin stories. We're sick of origin stories. And this is where DC's kind of fucked. DC needs to do origin stories, but people are sick of seeing this. Oh yeah, I know Wonder Woman, it was an origin story, but it was done exceptionally well. So unless you have like a grade film, maybe A+ grade, an origin story is not going to fly. You're kind of painted into a corner. So Marvel got around this because we don't want to see Uncle Ben die again, and we already know that Black Panther is King of Wakanda, and we already know how he got the part. So Spider-Man was able to just delve right in there and see Peter's life as Spider-Man, and Black Panther, well, we're just going to see what it's like being King of Wakanda, and it looks pretty good. I don't think they're going to fuck this up. Other things this week I love, because there's another superhero trailer I really should talk about. The Incredibles 2 teaser. Oh my god. That is my hands down favorite Pixar film. I know it's a bit of a rip-off on the Fantastic Four, which Fox really should do as an anthology series. I have ideas. Contact me. I'm excited. It was just a bit of fun. It got a little dark, and it really did get dark, that original film, but it was just great. It had that, I don't know, there's something special about it. It made me think of the classic superhero films, and without sucking. It was great. Sorry they emphasize on the greatness, but who didn't like The Incredibles? So, yeah. Now, on the educational things, I'm a big fan of Knowledge Hub. If you haven't heard of it, the link below the video will be there. They did a video on how the Soviet Union began. This fascinates me because you went from Russia in 1914, let's say, which was the most backwards of all the European states. You know, maybe that's an exaggeration, it probably is, but they still had serfdom to a certain extent. And then you went to the Soviet Union in the 1970s, which was one of the world's preeminent superpowers. Now, Russia itself was a power, but it was a waning power at its time. And then it became, which, you know, like or love it, and a lot of people, like or hate, sorry, a lot of people hate the Soviet Union, but I think they misunderstand it. It was powerful. It had some good ideas. It was corrupted by people, and they twisted and wrecked it. So, yeah, I won't disagree with that. But the idea of everyone being equal, that is interesting. And it hasn't left the populace. There are people who are still fascinated on that. Though, personally, for me, politically, I actually don't follow. I'm a very centralist person. I believe a little bit from the left and a little bit from the right can fix things. Or maybe you want to have a right government and then to move into a left government and the right. It's an endless cycle. Balance is important. You know, that's my personal opinion. And it will probably change because the more I learn, the more I'm different. I'm not the same person I was a year ago, and I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. So if you disagree with my political views on this, you should have heard me 10 years ago when I didn't know anything. Other great videos out this week. Sorry, I'm just using the mouse here. Extra Credits, fantastic channel. They do these amazing videos called History Extra, and they take a subject which maybe isn't as well known, and they shine light on it. And really recently been in Otto von Bismarck. I've known the name Bismarck and Otto von Bismarck for years, but I didn't know much about the guy. He's one of the men who is instrumental in modern German history. He was the man who helped create the German Empire, which eventually became the Weimar Republic, and then the Third Reich, then East and West Germany, and the current state of Germany, and other states around it, obviously, because it's different now. But without this man, you wouldn't have Germany, and Europe would not exist the way it does. So as much as he's integral to German history, the man is very integral to European history. One of the great statesmen of his time. Actually, a man who was both forward and backward thinking, and a guy with a massive set of balls. Gotta respect this man. And the final thing to talk about is RWBY. Favorite show at the minute on YouTube. I've been watching it for the past 3 years because I watched season 1 and 2 back to back, and then I went to 3, 4. Yeah, so we're on season 5 right now. Love the show. It just goes ways I don't expect it to go. Love the characters. If you haven't seen it, just go to Rooster Teeth right now, or their YouTube channel, and you can go through all the seasons. Great, strong female characters. I've lauded about this on the website over and over again. Trust me, type in RWBY on the Nerd Guys homepage, and you'll see all these things come up. So yeah, it's my final thing to talk about. I'm going to go now watch the newest episode of RWBY and watch some of last night's SNL. I'm going to chill out, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you later, guys. So.